Growing up, I never thought my childhood was unusual. I had a picture-perfect family, a cozy home. But there's one thing I've never been able to explain. I grew up feeling like the invisible child. My mom was beautiful, caring, but to me, it often felt like she wasn't truly mine. I was calm, obedient, nothing like my younger brother who was a troublemaker, always causing chaos and demanding her attention. At that age, all I could see was how my mom showered him with love, while I was left to feel like the forgotten one. Yet my mom was my favorite person. My mom had freckles near her eyes and nose, and a small scar on her chin from a childhood accident. Those little imperfections were what made her cuter. But even as a child, there were moments when I couldn't understand her. She was strict and often distant, and I convinced myself she didn't love me as much. I kept these feelings to myself, burying them deep. But there were times, strange, fleeting moments, when she would be different. She'd sit with me, gently stroke my hair, or praise my hobbies and my efforts. It was rare, but in those moments I felt loved. I never questioned it. Not until the night that changed everything. I was 13, it was late, and I was sketching quietly in my room. My desk lamp cast long shadows, and the house was eerily silent. That's when she walked into my room quietly, just as she always did. She sat down beside me. She smiled, that impossibly beautiful smile, and reached out to touch my hair. She asked, "What are you drawing, my love?" "Just some trees," I said, holding up my sketch pad. "You're so talented, my little artist," she whispered. Her voice was calm, soothing, almost melodic. I felt a warmth I hadn't felt in a long time. But then the door burst open. To my surprise, it was my mom standing there, angry. "Why are you still awake? You have school tomorrow," she scolded. I turned back to look at the woman beside me, only there was no one there. I blinked, confused. Was it a dream? A hallucination? But deep down, I knew something wasn't right. I didn't think much and went to sleep. The next morning, I tried to convince myself it was just a weird dream. Maybe I was overtired. Maybe my mind was playing tricks on me. I even told myself that I was just imagining things. Until I saw her again. I realized the truth. It wasn't my mom. This woman, this entity, looked like her but was impossibly perfect. Her face was smooth, her skin flawless. There were no freckles, no scars. She was taller, more poised, and radiated an otherworldly beauty. At first I didn't know what to think. I wanted to believe she was the real one, the loving, caring mother I had always wanted. And for a while I did, but as time went on, I grew uneasy. She only appeared when I was alone. Her visits were silent, her presence unnerving. I started to avoid her. I started making friends outside, spending time with family, trying to play with my brother, although it annoyed him, and refusing to let myself be alone. I never told anyone what I saw, not my parents, not my friends. I was an introvert, and I feared being judged or laughed at. When I was older, maybe 18, I finally worked up the courage to ask my younger brother if he'd ever noticed anything strange, if he'd ever seen Mom, but not quite Mom. He just looked at me like I was crazy. "What are you talking about?" he asked. I never brought it up again. Looking back, I understand now why my real mom seemed so distant. My younger brother needed her attention. He was wild and demanding, while I was quiet and easy to overlook. She wasn't neglecting me, she was just stretched thin. But as a child, it was easier to believe she didn't care. The very next year, my dad's job forced us to move to another city, and we left the house behind. I was relieved, hoping that whatever it was, whoever she was, would stay behind too. And for the most part, she has. But I couldn't forget her. I was still feeling her empty presence. But with time, it became normal for me, not seeing her anymore. I don't know what she was or why she appeared. I don't know why she chose me or what she wanted. All I know is that she wasn't my mother. And even now, I can't shake the feeling that she's still out there, watching, waiting. But there's more to this story, something I haven't told anyone, something that explains why I finally stopped believing her lies, and why I tried to escape her for good. One day, I'll tell you. I'll post it for sure.